I'm going to tell you some things that you're unbelievable. Okay? We've been taught or indoctrinated since we were children in our country of all the freedoms we have. Now, we do have a lot of freedom in the United States, absolutely. But there's countries with more freedom than we have, but you never think about it. They got better qualities of life. There's Moon Rays, thank you. How you doing? Boy, I said, why am I not, or her not talking to anybody? You know, folks, I got to begin. You see, I did a short about Ozempic. I was on it for 5 weeks. It is the most terrible drug ever put on the market. It should be outlawed. The side effects of it are so treacherous, it's unbelievable. Okay? And, every side effect plus, it affects your brain, affects your thinking. Today, I like to walk every day. I had to force myself to walk. I walked a mile today. Normally I walk 2 miles, like nothing. Okay? Uh, but Jesus Christ. Okay? Constipation, tired, everything you could think of. Yeah, buddy.
Question.
Hang on, folks.
Do you have any foil, aluminum
Aluminum foil underneath in my
I
kitchen.
can
Just go
use it
ahead.
to hold the drop, the water
Huh?
drop. I can use it temporarily to put it over there.
Do what you gotta do.
Thank you.
All right, get it fixed. Sorry, folks. I had a leak in my air conditioning unit, and they're here to fix it. Hang on. So let me make sure you get the aluminum foil. How much you need? You find it?
No,
Right here.
we're talking
Here.
about,
Aluminum foil.
not aluminum foil, the aluminum pen.
Oh, pen.
That small aluminum pen, yeah, something like that. Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
All right.
Now it's temporary.
Huh?
Give an estimate to fix it. So I'm going to temporarily put this over there.
But my air conditioning's going to work, right?
No, the air conditioner is
Okay.
going over.
All right. Sorry, folks. Okay. Thank you for staying here. I appreciate that. Hey, Mandy, thank you, folks. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Maurice Spado, known as Holly My Boss, the Hollywood Fixer, the Accidental Gangster. I wrote the book, The Accidental Gangster, from a church salesman to Hollywood Fixer. Okay, land of the free. By global metrics, the United States is considered free, but is not the most free country. Major reports rank America anywhere from 15 to 23 globally, generally falling behind nations like Switzerland, Denmark, and New Zealand. The U.S. remains highly rated for its economic freedom and freedom of expression, but its global standing is often pulled down by lower marks in the rule of law, incarceration rates, and press freedom. Incarceration rates, folks. The United States is 5% of the world's population. 5%. But yet, we house 25% of all the world's inmates. Why is that, folks? Okay?
Okay. So I'll talk to the manager and explain to him what's going on.
Yeah, what do you got to do? New unit?
I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
I need to see what they want to do. What's the next step?
Okay, but in the meantime,
But
I'm okay.
meanwhile, I put that for that plate over there to catch up the drip. It's like a very short, small
All right.
drip.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
okay. You're right, Mandy. It is an illusion put on us by our government, our Senate, our Congress. You know why? You see, United States, we're trillions of dollars in debt. Trillions. Not billions, not millions, trillions. I forgot the number. You probably, one of you probably remember it. Okay? And what? I'm going to get into that there. Okay? But let me give you some statistics first. Switzerland, Denmark, and New Zealand consistently rank as the world's freest countries according to the Human Freedom Index by the Cato Institute. These nations achieve top scores by successfully balancing strong civil liberties, the rule of law, and robust economic freedom. Comprehensive global studies highlight several top performing nations based on different metrics. Switzerland ranks number one in overall freedom, boasting high scores across personal, legal, and economic freedom metrics. Denmark and New Zealand, these countries routinely tie for the second and third spots, scoring exceptionally well for political rights, freedom of the press, and judicial independence. Finland and Norway often topping the Freedom House Index for political rights and civil liberties. These Nordic nations provide near perfect conditions for civic engagement and personal expression. Singapore. Singapore is here. If you're primarily focused on economic liberty, this nation regularly takes the number one spot on the Heritage Foundation. You all heard of that. Okay? And I'm going to list some of the countries till I get to the United States: Switzerland, Denmark, New Zealand, Ireland, Luxembourg, Estonia, Finland, Czechoslovakia, the Netherlands, Australia, Iceland, Canada, Sweden, Taiwan, the United States. Okay? Folks, they got more freedom than we do. Guess what else they got that we don't have, folks? They all have free medical care, and they got the best. Okay? They got retirements. These people on Fridays and Saturdays and Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they take off work. They get together. They socialize. They're happy. Their living conditions are much better than we have here in the United States. But yet, listen to these freaking people. Okay? Yes, the United States might be the most powerful country as far as the strength of our military, because you look at the budget, all the money goes to our military. Okay? So we're always prepared for a war. And folks, look at hit that like button. Okay? It helps me. Please do what you can to help my channel out. Okay? It's deeply appreciated. I come here every day, very respectful. All right? And I give you my honest opinions. Okay? And I appreciate anybody that if you disagree, okay, because I respect everybody, no matter what political party, no matter what color, no matter where you come from in the world. That's me, Ori Spado. All right? Mm, mm. Somebody asked, all right? How long to wait to text back to somebody? Folks, I text back immediately. Okay? I hate texting. I hate it. I despise it. Okay? Go back and forth, putting a heart, this and that. All right, and all that bullshit. I'm a communicator. I much prefer talking to people. Okay? Communication. But let's talk a little bit about what a U.S. senator, and this, folks, in our country, we got Social Security. You all have to pay into it, and then we're supposed to get our money back, depending how long, if we live long enough. Okay? But they're using our Social Security money, okay, for other things. And then taking money from other things to pay the Social Security. Our U.S. House of Representatives, and I hear this, I say it a million times, they are the biggest gangsters in the world. They don't care about the United States. They don't care about the people in their area, your senators, your congressmen. You really think that they do? Let's take Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz, remember him? He ran for president the first time against Trump. Remember all the nasty things he said about Trump? Oh, and how he changed his mind. Okay? Now, I'm going to repeat as close as I can Ted Cruz's exact words coming from his mouth, and you could check it out if you don't believe me, okay? All right, on an interview that he did with Tucker Carlson. This is what he said, okay? When he began running for U.S. Senator, he swore that he would hold his allegiance and do everything he could to defend Israel. What? Yeah, you heard me right, folks. Okay? Anybody in Texas? What was he telling you when he ran for office? I'm sure he wasn't telling you that because he never would have gotten in. But he said it. If you don't believe me, go and listen to it. It's all over YouTube. Okay? It's all over Instagram, Facebook, and every place else. All right? You got to listen to it. He said it. Those own words about a week ago. Okay? All right? Ted Cruz. Oh, he gets over $1 million a year from APEC, from the Israel, by the way. Okay? What about Ted Cruz? Let me tell you a little bit about him. Okay? Oh, he doesn't like immigrants either. Doesn't like immigrants. Hmm. Ted earned his undergraduate degree from Princeton and his law degree from Harvard Law School. After law school, Ted clerked for Chief Justice Rehnquist and then worked in private practice. In 1999, he joined George W. Bush's campaign for president as a domestic policy advisor. The best thing about Ted's experience on the Bush-Cheney campaign, by far, was meeting Heidi Nelson, who he ended up marrying. Okay? Ted grew up in Texas, but his father, Raphael, fled Cuba after being tortured and imprisoned and came to Texas with just $100 sewn into his underwear. Raphael got a job washing dishes, making 50 cents an hour, and learned English. He worked hard and attended the University of Texas in Austin. Earned a degree in mathematics. He later started a small business in the oil and gas industry. Today, Raphael is a pastor in Dallas. He came from Cuba, okay? Like a lot of us, we all come from other countries. Our forefathers, our grandfathers, our parents, okay? All right? Ted's mother, Eleanor, was born in Delaware to an Irish and Italian working class family. She became the first in her family to go to college, graduating from Rice University. So his father was an immigrant, the mother was born in Delaware. Okay? So, folks, why? That's only one senator. He, at least he came out and he said it. All right? He admitted to it. It was a big blunder. All right? But you know, every single congressman and senator almost are taking money from foreign countries, especially Israel. Okay? When in fact their devotion is supposed to be to the people in their area to put them in office. You see what I say when I tell you, all right, that they don't care about us. They only care when it's time to vote. And then in the meantime, before the votes come, all right, they're going to change the lines and do this and do that so they can only get the people they want to go vote. Okay? Our country is so freaking rigged. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired and disgusted, folks. Okay? That we are not the most free country in the world. These other countries, I've been to some of them. All right? These people are happy. They don't have to worry when they retire like we do here in this country of Social Security. Or they increase it 2.8%. All right? When inflation and price of groceries went up 30%. So we only get, all right, my rent just went up 3% next month. I start paying $120 more a month for rent. Okay? Which I'm sure you all are in the same position. Okay? Hi, Buster. Hey, good to see you, buddy. Hi, Cindy. I think our current administration and the current administration for the past several decades has sucked. Okay? You want to know. Uh, Thank you. I'm just telling people subscribe, like, and hype my channel, folks. All right? Mandy's rent just went up. Okay? Yeah, we all get it. If people want to make a big stink of what Madami, or whatever his name is in New York is doing, folks, is that socialist? I think, you know, our country, our U.S. House of Representatives, Senate, and Congress, they stealing money from us blind. All right? When have you ever had a president that 1 year and a half years in office has made $4 billion? $4 billion. Okay? Hmm? And now look at what Newsom did in California. Sit down. You won't believe this, folks. All right? Digital, yes, you can ask me a real question in a minute, please. All right? You won't believe this. All right? He passed a law that now he's taxing. We got to pay taxes. We, the people, got to pay a tax on our insurance premiums that we pay. Okay? And yes, folks, I'm on Medicare, but I got insurance policy. It cost me $350 a month. All right? So they're going to charge me and every Californian $6.05 every month for our for us to pay for our own insurance. What? Are you serious? And if Newsom was able to run for office again for governor in California, these people would vote him in. Because I keep telling you, people either vote red or blue, not knowing a goddamn thing about the people that they vote for. Alright? That scared a lot of people. That happens. All right, you get picked up by the police. You got no money for a lawyer. You got no money for bail. You sit in jail. We got the biggest incarceration rate. All right, the highest recidivism rate, where people continuously go back to prison. All right, you've heard me talk a lot about this. Hi, Sharon. Thank you, Sharon. You feel it too. All right, but folks, here I am, just a small town boy from upstate New York who lived a hell of a freaking life. All right, I met people that people can't even dream about. They were my friends, but I'm normal. I'm no different than you. Okay, I got out of prison with $150 to my pocket. Thank God that I got my Social Security back. Okay, thank God that I was a veteran. Okay, so I'm able to live. I don't have the money I used to have when I was on the streets and I was a gangster. I used to make money every day. But now I'm 81 years old. How much can I do? Okay? I'm a realist. Huh? Ex-Royal Marine, Commando, 42 Reverend. Have nothing. 24 years of service. 24 years you served, you got nothing. Okay? Folks, I told you about my son. One of the biggest pool builders in Florida. I don't even want to tell you how much he pays in taxes every year. I'm going to tell you. Okay? He pays $500,000 a year in taxes. Just for his company and personal. Okay? $500,000. What's he get back for that? What's our government get back for him? Nothing. They just keep robbing his money. Just keep robbing it. Thank you, Moon Rise. Okay? I see somebody asked me answer this question. Gangster, as you have gone through life, has your politics changed? Like example, when you were working and younger, do you vote more conservative then? Okay, it's a very good question, Digital Warrior. Okay? When I got out of the Army, folks, which was 1966, the first thing my father did was bring me to register to vote. And he said, you got to register as a Democrat. And I said, Dad, why a Democrat? And look, I just got out of the Army. I served my country proudly. Keep hitting that like, folks. Keep hitting that like button, okay? Because I make about $1 a day when I come on here and I talk to you. $1. All right? That's like 30 bucks at the end of the month that I make on YouTube. Oh, it's a lot of money. Oh my God. What am I going to do with all that, right? So hit that like button and we'll try to get that above $1 a month that I earn here. All right? and subscribe, folks. But anyhow, where was I? I forgot. I got Ted Cruz' ugly picture over here in front of me. Oh, thank you, Moon. Okay. Yeah, so I registered as a Democrat because my father said the Democrats will let something fall off the back of the truck for everybody to eat. And that's how it was back in those days. All right? That's how it was. When in the U.S. the government, the Democrats worked with Republicans, Republicans worked with the Democrats. Not all this bullshit that we got today. Each party wants to put the other party in jail. All right, somebody just hit that thank button for $5. All right, God bless you. Thank you so much. All right, Cindy Prim. I appreciate that, Cindy. Okay, you had no idea how much I appreciate that. All right. And folks, there is a button down there. It's a thanks button. Okay. And if you want to help me like Cindy did, it's deeply appreciated. Okay. And now I get some other questions here. All right. So now, when I moved to California, I changed my registration to Republican. And I was a Republican for a long time. But it didn't make a difference what party because, folks, I'm a reader. I do my research. I do my studying, okay? I don't take anybody's word for it. I got to find out the information myself. It's like today I thought about what am I going to talk about to you people? All right. So then, boom, I had to do my research. And that's how I come up and I got receipts. And I print everything out here so that I could read it to you because I'm not a tech guy. I don't know how to put it up on my screen like some people do. Okay. I come to you in the raw. What you see is what you get. Okay. So when I got arrested and went to prison, upon my release from prison, where I read over 300 books while I was in prison, okay, I I uh, I changed my affiliation to no party affiliate. Okay, when I looked at the registration, I saw that little box. If you don't want to be a Republican or Democrat, no party. Okay, so I don't belong to a Republican Party, a Democratic Party, an Indian, independent, none of those. Okay? I vote for who I think will do the better job. Now, granted, like a lot of you probably feel the same way, keep hitting that like button. Okay? Come on, we're at 34 likes. Can you get me to 100, folks? I'm sure you could do that there. All right? Uh, like a lot of you folks, you agree that we are not given good choices of who we vote for. Okay? Number one, the good people who might be great congressmen, senators, or presidents, the great people who could really do a good job and would want to do a good job, they don't have the money to do it. Because here again, money makes the world go around. And if you want to get into politics, all right, you got to have money. My God, we're doing good here today. California, $10. Thank you so much, Digital Warrior. I appreciate that, Digital Warrior. I'm trying to put the heart there. Okay. Thank you, Digital Warrior. He hit that thank button for $10, folks. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. for answers. See, I try to answer every question, folks, and that's me because I'm very respectful. You take the time to write me a question. When I see them, I write, I answer. Uh, okay. All right, there we go. Uh, hmm. Yeah, Mandy. Yeah. A lot of people, we pay a lot of taxes. I told you the new tax. Now we got to pay taxes. I'm paying it. That's every resident who's got insurance. They got to pay taxes on it. So, folks, I don't believe in the Republican Party. I don't believe in the Democratic Party. Okay, and it's unfortunate that these people who would be good for our government, they don't have the money. Okay, they gotta be like Ted Cruz. Okay, if they want to run for office, they gotta go to Israel to get the money. Okay, what the fuck do we need permission from a country that's only got 9 million people? 9 million people. New York City, Los Angeles got more people than that country. But yet our government's giving them our military equipment, our secrets, our government secrets they're giving. Okay? All right? Where is that? All right? It's not a bill. Congress has advanced legislation. Listen to this, folks. This will make your toes curl. Congress has advanced legislation such as Section 224 of the National Defense Authorization Act and the Senate Intelligence Authorization Act, Section 622, to formalize and expand bilateral defense technology sharing and intelligence cooperation with Israel. These provisions were advanced by the Senate Intelligence Committee and the House Armed Services Committee, championed by lawmakers, including Senator Tom Cotton, Representative Mike Rogers, Representative Adam Smith, while advocates state the measures improve security and defense. What the fuck are we doing? Giving this to Israel. Oh, Senator Ted Cruz was there too. See all these guys, those names I mentioned? They all took an allegiance to Israel. They have to in order to get the money. But our Constitution says our allegiance is to the United States of America. So that tells you right there how much our representatives think about the Constitution of the United States. They think it's only for us and not for them. Okay? I'm getting exhausted talking about it because this upsets me so much. Come on, folks. We're only at 47 likes. Okay, I know it's really hard to hit that like button. Takes a lot of energy from you. Okay, and a lot of you maybe you don't have good eyesight. You can't see that like. It's a thumbs up. Okay, so come on, folks. Give me some more likes over here. Okay. Well, we made it to 50 here. Some people in the army then try and push you before you can grant pension. It's a technique used to make it cheaper. They find any reason to let you go. Uh, Hi, Stacy. How are you, honey? It's good to see you. What she say? Pop, love you. I love you, Stacy. I thank you for coming here today. And boy, folks, you can see that I get upset when I got to talk about these things. And I brought you from when I first registered to vote in 1967 and why I did. Okay. You know, it's like a tough thing that I got to come here and every content creator and to ask people to subscribe and like. But you know how tough it is to get people to get out of their house and go and vote? It's another situation. I remember every single election. My father, all his friends get in their cars and they go on picking up people, all right, to bring them to the polls. All right, the elderly, the ill, and so forth. Okay? Because a lot of people can't get to, they didn't have a car. All right, so that was the only way to get to the poll to vote. You had to get the people there. So we live in a different world today. Almost everybody drives, and or you got Uber, you got Lyft, now you got Waymo. Okay, if you live in an area like I do, Waymo, where there's no driver in the car. All right, so all that there, we got. Like I said yesterday, was it yesterday, Mandy? I think I took off yesterday. I'm not sure. Okay. And by the way, folks, a lot of you ask me all the time that you want gangster story. And I'm going to tell you, Sunday night, I had an amazing evening on TikTok, all right, with Jeff Bourne, The Ultimatum, Jason Bourne, and my friend Mando, all right, they were the main people. And I talked for 2 hours about gangster stories. And I'm going to tell you something. We had like 4,000 people. They loved it. Uh, so it was an awesome day. And now we decided I will be doing that once a week. Okay? And so you want to stay tuned for that there. And I'll let you know when it is. I'll be posting and so forth. Okay, folks? Obviously, folks, this telling you today, come in here and try to tell people the truth of what's really happening, okay? What's really going on. It takes an awful lot out of me, all right? But I feel I gotta tell you, somebody's gotta let you know what's going on here, okay? No, America is not the greatest country in the world. We were at a time, no more. We were the most free country in the world. We're no longer. Look at where we are on that list. I read it to you. I got the receipts. I show you. I give you the proof. And you could do the same thing yourself, folks. Okay? Digital Warrior says, I believe that where you are in life dictates your politics. Yes, it does. Uh, but we gotta start. We gotta start studying the people that's running. We all have a tendency. We believe this person or that person. And me, look, as a gangster, as a former con man, I honestly believe what Donald Trump said he wanted to do, that he was going to do. Okay? I honestly believe he was against war. Against war. I think he really is. But here again, Bibi Netanyahu, or whatever you say his name, and the Mossad convinced him, okay, to bomb Iran, who does not have a nuclear weapon. They do not have a weapon of mass destruction. No. Neither is Turkey. Now, now he wants to go after Turkey. And he's pissed that Trump is good friends with a leader of Turkey, and he's got together with him over there. I think they're in Turkey. Okay? So now Trump is doing the right thing. All right? Got us out of the war for now, anyway. Okay? But you could bet your boots these big money people are busting his chops every freaking day to get back in there. So we got to hope that Trump stands up now to what he's believing. Folks, I want to thank you all for coming here today. I appreciate all the love and support that you give me. All right? And I got a lot of interesting stories I want to tell you. So I'll be back here tomorrow with more. So make sure you're subscribing and you got your notifications on so you know when I'm going to come. All right, so everybody have a great, blessed day. All my love and respect to each and every one of you. God bless you.